Well, Steve Spurrier met with the media last week at halftime of the basketball game, of course, with the Florida game. He was the Florida coach, won a championship there, so I understand why he was there, but he was kind of updating the media, if you will. And Brian Hand of Spurs and Feathers now joining me. Appreciate your time, Brian. And, of course, one of the things that he did not put to bed, so to speak, was the fact that they could potentially be some coaching changes if, in fact, somebody's out there that's worthy. What are you hearing?
Yeah, that's exactly what we're hearing. I feel like something's going to happen. I think there's been too much talk about it, and even the way he's been talking, something might happen, and another guy might take another job, or either he might bring somebody in. But that's the line right now from Coach Spurrier. If there's somebody out there that they feel can help the program, they'll go with them. So it wouldn't be a shock if that happens with them, but it still could be 2 weeks, 3 weeks, or maybe even a month away.
A lot of folks, even the fans, or people hit me up asking me, when is it going to happen, or if and when, I should say. And you just don't know now.
Yeah.
But when you sing, like something we saw last week, Arden Key, one of their four-star defensive linemen, decommitting, but yet saying South Carolina is still his number one. Shameik Blackshear, I guess as he jokingly says he's going to decommit. What's going on with this whole recruiting thing?
Yeah, Steve Spurrier said during the same time they wouldn't worry about it. This happens all the time. And that's true, it does. But, I think that it's a case of that's just where recruiting's going. I mean, Arden Key particularly likes the spotlight, I think, and wants people to kind of be focused in on him. I don't know whether he's a Gamecock or not, but I think a lot of it still does go back to the 2 to 3 years comment for Steve Spurrier. I just don't think they know exactly what to expect. When you're committing for the next 4 years, you want to know who your head coach is going to be, because everybody wants to say you're committing to a school, but a lot of time you are committing to a coach. And then when you don't know what's happening on the defensive side of the ball, if you're a defensive player, then you're kind of worried about what's going to happen there.
Well, there got to be something. When I look at the situation, I kind of go back and I put myself in the position as a player. How am I feeling about the defense? How am I feeling about potential coaching changes? And now we've seen 2 of the older guys that's been around for a while. Mason Harris, defensive end, came in as somewhat of a linebacker, down guy. Brad Long, I think, recruited him. And Kiewan Lewis, a linebacker who's the bigger physical linebacker. Lorenzo Ward even alluded to him as a Big Ten linebacker. I don't know if that was a slight. But both these guys are leaving the program. I mean, something's going on that's not comfortable, because as a player, you understand when movement is happening, then something internally is going on, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. I will first say that I do like the NCAA rule where these guys can graduate and go on and play somewhere else. So Kiewan Lewis and Mason Harris don't feel like they're good enough for the program, then go somewhere else. Everybody's been wanting upgrades, right? And now these players are leaving. It's giving you a chance to upgrade. And that with Marquavius Lewis, some of these other people, that's happening. Steve Spurrier alluded to last week that these things were going to happen. There might be a couple more. Who knows? But it's opening the door for maybe some better players. So I don't think, you really fully look at it like, oh, the world's changing. It is changing, but it might be changing for a better way.
Right. No doubt about it. It's going to happen. You're going to always have transfers. Now, I tweeted this out, and I want folks to get on board with this one.
Okay.
I believe if I'm Steve Spurrier, if I'm the coach, Everett Golson from South Carolina should be here at South Carolina. They should try to go get him. He could be that transfer that comes and helps the team. Real quick, in 20 seconds, you agree or disagree?
No, I agree that they should look at whether or not he should come. I don't know. That depends on how they feel about Connor Mitch and what they have in the fold. But he's somebody you got to look at. And I think South Carolina is looking at. I mean, there are speculation that, and I think Golson wants South Carolina to look at for that same NCAA rule. So it could happen. You never know. But I think they should, yes.
When you don't have a quarterback, hey, I will go after the guys who played it at the highest level like Notre Dame and in the national championship game. But they lost to Bama. Roll Tide. Just kidding. All right, that's going to do it for sports. We'll be back, wrap things up here in just a moment.